What is the key for his continued improvement this season? He was kind of on the brink there for a second, and it seems like Shanahan has brought him back from rock bottom, and now he's playing better and developing confidence. So what is the key for him to continue this trajectory moving forward? Jack.
I just think he needs to get his mechanics in line a little bit better and start using his legs when he's throwing the ball, and just be confident and not shy away from hits. I think that's the biggest thing that we're seeing with him right now in these last couple of weeks.
Let's stick with that real quick, because we did a film breakdown, and the first pick that he threw, what did you see, and how does that apply to what you just said?
Well, he's got a free rusher coming off of a twist up front, and he's pretty much jumping out of the way as he's throwing the ball. So his feet are down, but as soon as he's throwing it, he's bailing. So we really need to see him be able to step in there and throw that ball and take the hit. That's really what we need to be able to see.
He needs to channel his inner CJ Beathard.
Yes, exactly.
Yes. I'm serious. That's the one thing CJ does well. Really. It's his best quality.
Yeah.
No joke. Leo.
It's a little weird, but a balanced offense because he's such a team guy. When the team is high, Jimmy is high. They could go run the ball for 20 times and only throw it 9 times, and Jimmy G's just having a blast, because if that's the equation, that means the 49ers are dominating. So having that time of possession, a balanced offense, as well as getting the ball out quick. Jimmy G is not an Aaron Rodgers or Mahomes or Wilson to where he extends the plays to a certain point where he's throwing a 40-yard bomb down the field on a broken play. That's just not his style of play. His style of play is more Tom Brady-like of, okay, let me get this slant, let me get this out, let me get this in. So getting the ball out quick and Kyle Shanahan drawing up that type of offense, that's where his trajectory is still going to continue to climb.
Yeah, I kind of envision Jimmy Garoppolo. I've always said it. He's an in-rhythm passer. You really have to build him from the bottom up. And I feel like every game you got to treat him like if you're starting, you're like a Lego piece or something like that. If you're building I don't know, one of those cute little Star Wars things, you really got to start and build upon it. The more you build upon it, he's going to start looking better as you get closer to the product. So do what you've been doing, which is especially establish the run, which I don't know why he didn't put Kyle Shanahan didn't put an emphasis in those first 4 to 5 games as heavily. It's almost like he had a 2020 playbook, and then once he went 2-3, he was like, all right, I got to go back to my 2019 playbook, because all of a sudden I've emphasized it with Leo plenty of times. Now we see the horizontal plays, they're going linear. All of a sudden we're seeing all these players get touches, more balanced offense, exactly like how Leo said. So, just commit to that running game, stay with it, because it's gonna work more times than not. And thank God the offensive line is starting to push bodies out there, because once you get that running game, you really kind of put the defense on their heels. And as much as the book's pretty much out there in Garoppolo, it's you know what to stop them, but teams aren't really still doing it. They're not sitting underneath. So whatever it is, just keeping them on their heels, it's working. So just continue to keep running that same game plan.
Okay.
Grant, I know you talked about this a little on Sunday, I think, but Garoppolo making those progressions and hitting those checkdowns, that was big, because against Arizona, he was taking the sack. He was taking hits when he didn't need to. He killed a couple drives taking sacks. And then also he had 2 plays where he used his legs, and we haven't seen that in a while from him. He broke that tackle and got the first down on that first drive. They ended up scoring a touchdown. Then he had that play, I think it was in the 3rd quarter, where he leaked out and then threw crossbody to Debo for 6 yards, and then Debo made a guy miss. And I haven't seen him make that throw since 2017, I think, or 2018, whatever, before the injury. And that was big for me, just showing that he has a little bit of mobility. That's never going to be something defenses game plan around. That should never be a part of the 49ers game plan. But if he can just have 1 or 2 runs where he gets a 4-yard first down, that's huge for this offense.
Yeah, and you know what was interesting about that game is he had that scramble. He dove forward to get it. It was kind of a precarious situation. He got it, and he got up, and he was screaming. He was yelling. He was fired up. And then the next 7 throws were 7 of the best throws he's ever made. He looked like vintage Jimmy. He has 1 bad throw, throws a pick, and then goes back to tentative Jimmy. Every throw's an adventure Jimmy. Some of them are good, some of them aren't. And to me, what he needs going forward is you guys all had great answers, and they're very specific and correct. But I'm going to go with something a little like soft science here. He needs a positive mental outlook. And the way you can perceive if he has it is his smile. I'm serious. The defining characteristic on him is his smile. That's his brand, right? He's the smiler. women love him, guys love him. He's always smiling on the field, and there's something like Steph Curry-ish about him. Early in this season, he wasn't smiling at all. I mean, it looked like he was miserable, like he was protecting himself, like he was hurt, like he didn't even really want to play. And that version of Jimmy flat out stunk. When he's smiling and he feels confident and he feels like he's good, he's really hard to beat. And I think a lot goes into his positive mental outlook, how he sees him, how he sees himself, how confident he is in his offensive line, and what his head coach is saying to him during the week. So if Kyle can keep him optimistic and happy and smiling, I think he'll be fine. But if he gets that hangdog look on his face, that's usually the sign bad things are about to come. Is there something there? The smile factor.
I think there's something there. You definitely got a point, especially as a quarterback. You can't be mentally weak. You do that, then everything's like all bad. I mean, just especially with injury-prone quarterbacks like Jimmy, who everyone was wondering how he's going to react back to his torn ACL. I mean, look at there's plenty of players who come back from injury and it's just like, all right, how are they going to be, mentally? So it's always a huge question mark.
Yeah, I don't know. There's something about him. Like when he isn't smiling, he looks like straight up Brian Hoyer. Like he stinks. But when he is smiling, he's like Houdini. I mean, he always wins. So I don't know. It seemed like last year in 2019, he was smiling the whole season, no matter how he played, because the team was winning and he was a part of it. But whatever happened in the playoffs last year was tough on him, and I think it took the whole team a few weeks to get over that Super Bowl hangover. But it looks like they're back into their groove from last year, including him. So that's good. But we'll see. I'm eyes focused on that smile. I want to see that smile, Jimmy. You better smile.
We got to rate. You got to add that to your next grade piece too. Grading Jimmy's smile. Was it real? Was it fake?
He didn't have enough teeth. He kind of forced it. You could tell he wasn't smiling with his eyes. He wasn't smizing. I didn't
get blinded by a smile. F.